What's going on, guys? Cycle here. Welcome back to the channel. Yo, I haven't really seen a good Cayo Perico Heist walkthrough that's been updated for 2023 with all the changes and stuff like that. So in this video, we're going to walk through all of the steps as quick as possible, make it painless, and just cover it with the main focus being on the heist itself. And a little bit we're going to touch on the setups because the setups have changed the way you're going to do a few of them. Yeah, without wasting any time, let's go ahead and get to it, guys.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So to start out with, you're going to want to do a scope out, go to Cayo Perico. Obviously, you take your Kasadka and fast travel up to the location there for the Vellum, and then you take out the guys, get in the Vellum, fly to Cayo Perico. Nothing's changed there. From there, once you get to Cayo Perico, the first thing you want to do is go straight to the hacking device. Again, the path here has not changed at all. Just follow the path you normally follow. Check the box, get it set up, and then look in the basement to find out what your main target is, and then go ahead and check the office to see if there's any paintings there. That way because you're going to want to try to fill up your bag. It's no longer practical to scope out and find out where the coke's at, find out where the different targets are at. You're either going to have it in an easily accessible spot or you're not. I always just, if there's two paintings, I grab the paintings first. And then if you don't have two paintings in the office, what you want to do is jump off of the tower and fly to the main dock. You're going to check inside the long building to see if there's anything there. If you want, you can take a picture, send it to Bevel, and then you have it marked for later. And then there's also one other building across the way that you can check. But if you're going to go to the main dock, you don't even need to check both. Just grab the one. If you got more room, check the other real quick. No big deal. So once you're done with that and you get caught, go back to your Vellum to return to Los Santos. Then you're going to do the approach vehicle. The approach vehicle we were using before was the long fin because we could hurry up, go grab some secondary loot wherever the best loot was, and then go to the compound. That's no longer the case. It's a lot harder to get the main loot or the secondary loot from Cayo Perico because if you kill somebody, you're going to get caught. If you don't kill somebody, you're going to get caught. So I always now use the Kasadka and go straight to the drainage tunnel. So the Kasadka mission hasn't changed at all. Fast travel to the test site, call your dinghy, go down, get the signal jammer, and return it back to the Kasadka. Then you're going to want to fast travel to Vespucci Beach, just like before, beach the submarine, return the dinghy to storage just in case you need it for later, and then go to land, get your oppressor, and park it on the Kasadka, go inside. So for the equipment, you're going to either have the plasma cutter or the safe code for the plasma cutter. You're going to go to the safe house. As soon as you walk through the door, take a picture, and then it'll give you the location. Walk away from the door and then back to the door to get out quicker. Go to that next location, kill everybody, take the plasma cutter, return it to the Kasadka. And then if you do have the safe code, you're going to be going to the casino. Go in on the ground, go to the casino, and you'll go up the stairs in the elevator. Kill everybody, search the guy for the safe code, and then return that to Kasadka. That's pretty straightforward. I didn't need to put that in the video. Next up, you got the fingerprint cloner. This one's pretty easy also. You're going to fly to the warehouse, and you're going to either take out the cameras. Make sure you take out the first camera you take out is one that's not being looked at by the other one. Or if you have access or you know where the shut-off control panel is like I am on screen, go ahead and do that. Shut it off. Go inside, take out the dudes, do the real quick hack, and then leave. And then you're going to go to the archives, and you're going to go all the way down to where there's like a U shape in the desks. It's going to be on one of those further desks. Grab that, and then return it back to the Kasadka. Next one up is the cutting torch. It could be at one of the different various construction sites around. You just go, kill everybody, search the toolboxes till you find it, and then get the hell out of there. Get back to the Kasadka with it. Next up is the weapon loadout. So the weapon loadout, there's a couple possible missions. One of them is to go to the Merryweather headquarters, and you'll follow a chopper. You'll take everybody out, get on the Avenger, kill everybody in the Avenger, pick up the pick up the weapons, parachute out, and go back to Kasadka. But what I do is, if I get the one where it says go to Meriwether headquarters, I make sure that my spawn point is set for the Kasadka, and then I change sessions, and then I go grab my oppressor again. And if you beached it the way I did, it'll be on the beach when you respawn. Make sure you fast travel back to Vespucci Beach with it. Launch the mission again, and what you're wanting is one that's sending you to a building. In the video here we have Schlongberg and Schlongberg Sachs. Then you're going to go in. The inside layout is just like your CEO office. Take everybody out. Go try to open the safe. It's not going to open. So then you go to the computer, do the hack, find the numbers in the sequence that you get there. Then go back to safe, take the weapons, exit back to the roof, and back to the Kasadka. So you're going to go ahead and click Start on the Heist menu. And then you're just going to continue through these options here. Go ahead and tell it yes, you want to launch the heist on your own, because that's what we want to do for the best payout. For the approach vehicle, you're going to select the Kasadka. For the infiltration point, you're going to want to select the drainage tunnel. For the compound entry point, also the drainage tunnel. Escape point, it doesn't matter. Time of day, again, doesn't matter. I always do day. For the weapon loadout, you want to make sure you have the suppressors, and then I always go back in, double check it, and then go over and hit continue, and then ready to play. Once you get control of the character, go ahead and swim over to the drainage tunnel. You can see the yellow Corona in the distance, and go ahead and cut out all of the crates like this. Used to, you would have to worry about a rebreather, but since you're entering with a Kasadka, you don't have to worry about the rebreather. Just go ahead and cut the grate open. You got the scuba suit on. Kick it through, and then swim all the way to the end of the tunnel and use the action button to swim up. But once you get in here, the first thing I always do is go ahead and make sure I have my weapon out. Here I have the micro SMG. You go up the stairs to the right, and as you can see the two guys around the corner here, you just chill for a minute until that juggernaut skull turns the corner, and that guy turns as well. Come in behind him, and then instead of taking him out like we used to would, just dip around the corner here, hide around the wall, just kind of watch him, and then when he turns around right there, we're going to go on in behind him, take a left here, go down the stairs and go on the walkway to the left here, and then dip around the corner here. There's another guy down there at the end, as you can see where that juggernaut's at again, just past the camera. He's going to walk back this way, and when the vision cone gets past us enough where we can get through, we're going to go ahead and come off the wall and walk around here. And we'll take a left and wait at the bottom of the steps for this vision cone to turn. And once he turns, we're going to go on up around behind him. And when he goes straight across there, we're going to cut a left here. Again, not killing anybody. We're going to go past this guy, and then up here around the corner is going to be the only guy you're going to kill. You can either wait right here for him to come down, or go ahead and do like I'm doing and go on up. Once you get up to him, pistol whip him. If he drops a key, you'll be able to go in through the gate, but he didn't in this one, so we're going to go ahead and go through. So the first thing I do inside is I grab the money from the safe. If there's paintings on the wall, I go ahead and grab them. And then since I don't have the key, I'm going to go on ahead and do the hack. So the hacks are pretty straightforward on how they work. You're going to have fingerprint sequences. This particular heist is on normal, so I'm only going to have 3. On hard, you'll have 5. But they're in order. So at the top, you go 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down until you get all of the fingerprints done, and then you'll get this. And once you have the print clone successful, it'll let you go into the elevator. You'll hit the action button to go on down, and then straight across to the cage. If you have the necklace or the tequila bottle or the panther or anything like that, you'll use the glass case. If you have the bearer bonds or anything like that, it'll be to the safe on the left. For the safe, you just punch in the code. For the glass case here, as you see, I'm holding the trigger button until it gets almost full and letting go till it's almost empty. About 3 or 4 times of doing that right there, we'll get it opened. Once it's open, your character will grab the tequila bottle and go. If that's all you had, if you got paintings upstairs, once you leave the same way we're leaving, I'll show you in a minute the route you will take. So we go on out the door here and down the steps and around the corner. Now, that first guy that you see a little bit to the right here, how he's facing the way he's facing, not this one, but the next one, you need to make sure you run behind him while he's facing that way. Do not wait until he's to your right over here, otherwise he'll see you when you get to the steps. But you're going to jump across there, go up the steps. There's a couple guys up here. Just wait until you have a clear path. I'm going to go ahead and wait right here so you can see how this guy moves. As he passes you here, he can see the exit point. And don't make the mistake of waiting until he passes here and running behind him, because as you're about to see, he immediately turns right back around as soon as he gets there, and you're busted. So we wait till he walks by like that, and then we just come on up behind him, run over to the yellow Corona as he passes, hit the action button, and then it goes through the little cutscene here so we can go outside. So if you got the paintings, you only have to kill these first two guys that I'm about to show you. So you come up here, kill the first guy, and then you can take the bike. And I'm sorry, it's not the first two guys, it's actually the first and the third guy I'm about to kill. So if you do have to get more loot still, after you kill that guy, you get on the bike, come on up over here. You can choose to shoot him on the bike or not, however you feel more comfortable. I always just get off and shoot him. And then again, whether you kill this guy or not, whether you have full bags or not, you're going to come over here. I always go right next to the path, avoiding the trees and stuff. And there's this guy over here in the Vapid Winky, and I just run up to the side as he passes, duck behind the trees, and it will auto aim at his head, and I shoot him. Now, if you have full bags, if you're ready to leave now, you just drive off the cliff and into the water and swim away from the island, and you'll be good to go. Otherwise, if you have to go to the main dock like we're doing here, you're just going to follow it back to the helicopter, take the dirt path down this way, and we're going to kill this guy right here. I go ahead and get off the bike and leave that bike here because there's another one over here we're going to use. We take this guy out. You can either shoot him in the head or take him out. These two here are the same. You can either quickly shoot them both in the head, but I always find it easier to take them both out like that. And we come over here and we're going to take out the camera so that it can't see us exit. And we're going to make sure there's not a vehicle coming down the path here. If there's a vehicle coming down, it'll see you. Once you're clear, go through the gate and you go to the right. Watch out for these trees because these fucking things are, I swear, they're made out of brick walls. They just look like trees, you know, kind of like Wile E. Coyote running into the brick walls on the Roadrunner cartoons. So there's several different paths you can take. You mostly just want to avoid vision cones, avoid the helicopter. This time I did something a little bit different when I went around. I went around a different way. I go on past these guys here, and this way actually seemed to have worked the best for me. And what I did is I just went straight down this way, and I hung a left around the corner here, and then just took that straight out when I could have stopped right there, but I went on around. I ended up in the water, and if you do, it's no big deal. Just avoid getting seen by the boats and stuff. I cut that turn a little bit later than I should have. Again, just make sure you avoid the boats in the water and the vision cones. As you can see, I quickly get around the corner just before that boat sees me. But if you're getting the loot from the long cabin and you come this way, in no particular order, these are the guys you're going to have to kill. You're going to have to take out the guy right next to the crane. And then over here, where that long building's at, where that loot is at there, before you hit that one, what I do is I go to this guy on the closest dock here and take him out because that's going to help with our exit. And then over here, what I do is I wait till the camera's not facing that guy and I kill him. And then I quickly zoom in and take out the camera so it doesn't see the dead body. Then I go on inside the cabin here. We're good. Nobody's going to get seen. Cut the chain link and we grab all the loot inside. Once I have the loot, I come out here. If I'm not full, the other place that I didn't show you before on the scope out is just right over here. And I just kind of take people out because at this point, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to get seen quickly. So I take that guy out to the right there. And then I come across this way. And I take that guy out that's walking back and forth. And then this is where the other spot's at. If there's loot in there, you can finish filling up, which there was loot here for me, and I finished filling up. And then once you get that done, it's time to exit. So the exit path is extremely easy. Again, avoiding the vision cones, you're going to want to work your way back towards those docks. And on those docks, there is a dinghy. We're going to get on that dinghy, and we're going to just drive away. And again, if you make sure you don't get in any vision cones, The chopper doesn't see you, and that does include the boats. As you'll see here in a second, there are boats around the corner here. Just avoid the vision cones. You shouldn't lose anything at all, and you just go straight on out. Again, if you jumped off the cliff previously because you already had full bags or you didn't want to go for any secondary loot, just go under the water, avoid the vision cones, and swim straight away. As you can see, there's a little bit of a gray outline around the island. Swim as far away from that or drive, whichever your path is, as far away from that. You get far enough away from the island, and eventually it's going to load you out. You'll be done. And yeah, that's how you do the Cayo Perico Heist in 2023. Man, I was struggling with it when I first came back, guys. I could not figure it out. Why wasn't it working? What do I do? I couldn't find a video on it. And that's when I realized going for the secondary loot was the problem. It's pointless at this point to go for the secondary loot. If you don't have full bags, you don't get the Elite Challenge, no big deal. You didn't see it in the video, but I did do a quick restart on this. If I hadn't done the quick restart, I still would have had the Criminal Mastermind, or not the Criminal Mastermind, the Elite Challenge, which is a little bit of a boost. But I didn't have that, so I didn't get it. But I still walked away with a decent amount of money. I walked away with $1.2 million. Not a bad cut at all for a small amount of time. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button, comment down below, move the chat. Guys, if you're new, subscribe to the channel, follow my links below for all my other social media accounts, and yeah, as always, my dudes, I will see you on the flip side.